Okay, Mom, I'm going to walk you through the process of editing this template so you can have your 4x6 photos. So first thing, you want to go to your applications folder and you want to open up the Elements Organizer. And I can see why this was a bit of a challenge because it's assuming you want to work with photos. So what you want to do, come down here to the Editor button and you want to open up the photo editor. So you can either click on that button or there's an option to choose the photo editor. I've got the trial. Yours likely opened under Quick, which you're going to see very few of the options you expected. There's Guided, but you want to go right to Expert. You probably don't feel like an expert, but that's where the tools that are going to look familiar hopefully are. So then what we're going to do is we're going to open the picture that I've sent. I created a portrait version and a landscape version. Both are 4x6. So I'm going to go ahead and open the portrait version. So first of all, it's going to open in a reduced size format. So if you look down here on the left, it's 20%, just so it'll fit on your screen. Also, what I've set up is so that I will view my rulers and my guides, and that's so I can help center. So these green lines are called guides. And so the way that you bring them, if you don't have them on your computer, you simply put your mouse over on the ruler and you just drag it to where you want it. So I have one at the 2. And then I did the same thing here at the 3. And you can set them anywhere you want. So it's a really handy way to do centering. So what I've done is I've got a template that's got 4 different layers. So the colored background, the theme text, you can see it's at the bottom, the date and location text, and the logo. So the idea is that you will replace the logo, you'll add the different text features that you want, and you'll change the background if appropriate. So I can simply trash this. It says logo here. I'm going to get rid of that layer because I'm going to bring in a different logo. So that's where I'm going to use the place command, which hopefully you'll remember from last time. So I simply click place, and then it assumes you know where on your desktop or your computer you've got the file. So I just pulled this logo off a different ANWIG conference, and it's going to come in the center. Remember, if you hold the shift key down, you can drag the corners so that they are it doesn't change the aspect ratio, and then you can center it perfectly right there. And once you've got it placed properly, you hit the return key. So I've got the logo in place. Now I'm going to go to date and location. So notice it highlights it. I click on the text tool. So I usually do a double click, a Control A to select all of it. So it's or Command A, which is the key to the left of the space bar. So now I can type the location. So this one looks like it was in, I don't know where it was. I'm going to say Montana, 2011. So then I'm going to, and I can change the font. So again, if I do a Command A, I can make it bigger since it'll fit. Let's go to 30 and see if that'll fit. Yep. So now I'm going to go down to the theme. Again, get my text tool. Double click, Command A, and it looks like Exploring Fiber Horizons, I think is what it says. Again, Control A, and I can go and make it bigger. I can see 24, is that going to fit? It looks like it will. If I choose my Select tool, I get those handlebars back, and I can move it down. So the last step is to change the color. Now the yellow works pretty well for this one, but let's say you wanted a different color. So down here on the bottom left you have your color picker. You simply click that to bring up the palette, and when you move your mouse over to your actual graphic, it'll select any of the colors out of your logo. So I'm going to go ahead and pick the green. So far the only thing that has happened is that I've selected the color. Now I have to pick the paint bucket and put it down here. So because I've selected this layer, it's going to change the color background. So I decide that I like it. This one's done, so I'm going to come over here to File, Save As. And you don't want to save it as Photoshop because you're going to send these prints to Costco. You want to drop down and save it as a JPEG, and this one is 2011. So you might want to create a new folder called Final JPEGs, so that when you go to order the prints from Costco, you've got them all in one place. So now it's going to do that process. So notice it took me back to my PSD file, and I can tell because I have all these layers. So then I can go and delete this, start all over again. Delete the top layer, go to File, Place, and get my next logo, and then move down the 4 layers. So that's it.